Yeah, let's turn on the TV. Whoa, the future of content. Let's go. Let's go now. Whoa, and here we go now. Yeah, Hinano has a visionary plan. Decraft stories of faraway lands. Raven shapes the VR scene. Biggest bro unites all to dream. True media, we're setting the stage. Web3, AI, we're turning the page. Livestream soar, our vision's bright. Building tomorrow with creative light. True media, we lead the way. In the metaverse, we're here to stay. Meta Sparks, co-hosts with flair. Video shame films with cinematic care. NFTs, collections, we paved the road. Community strong, our stories told. True media, we're setting the stage. Web3, AI, we're turning the page. Live stream soar, our vision's bright. Building tomorrow with creative light. True media, we lead the way. In the metaverse, we're here to stay. Agents and blockchain, the future's near. AI music, crystal clear. From code to hearts, we're breaking new ground. True media's vision is leaps and bounds. True media, we're setting the stage. Web3, AI, we're turning the page. Live stream soar, our vision's bright. Building tomorrow with creative light. True media, we lead the way.
And we are back, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Aloha Friday, and happy Aloha Friday to everybody. We've made it to the end of the weekend. We are here. It is time to relax and chill, guys. Thank you for joining us to the end of the week where we like to celebrate Aloha Friday with the Web3 community. And today, you guys, we have two awesome guests in the studio. And I feel like this is going to be a really awesome conversation since both Dee and I are also a couple in this space. But everybody, before we even get to that, let me get my awesome co-host in the studio. Dee, how are you?
What's up, Pinano? Happy Aloha Friday.
Sky.
It's Aloha Friday.
There we go.
No work till Monday.
I can't see him dancing, but you know.
I know they're dancing. But I woke up the little guy. It's like, no, stop dancing and singing, Mom. It's horrible. Anyways, happy Aloha Friday to everybody.
Yeah.
It is the beginning of the weekend, and I'm really excited to talk with them.
Okay, I think she's muted, so now she passed the baton to me. Yes, guys, we do have Lexi as well as Cosmic Disarray. They are coming in right now. I see them on radar. And guys, I got to tell you one thing. We had Osmond Collect 63 on the program last week, and he borrowed the helicopter and didn't bring it back. All right, so Oz, you got to bring back some company property, man. So unfortunately, we have no helicopter. We had to bring him in on the Lambo boat. So I see him. They're tracking it on radar right now. They'll be here very shortly. But it's my understanding we also have a giveaway today. Who is that from?
Yeah, we have a supported giveaway from VV Official. Thank you, VV, for that. So yeah, that'll be a little bit later on in the show. We'll run that for everybody. Yes, everybody. Everyone that's here and enters will be eligible to hopefully win something. I mean, not everyone that enters. Oh, I said that wrong. Anyone can enter, but only one person can win. Okay, not everyone is going to win.
I have a feeling I know who's going to win.
Well, if they do, then shout out to them.
How are you doing, Dee? Other than I was on Severed Floor I was supposed to be on Virtual Destinations on Tuesday. Unfortunately, we had some personal thing come up and I wasn't able to make it. So I feel like I've just been in and out of the live stream game where I haven't been consistent other than maybe this show. But like, how's things been with you? Anything new that you can tell the audience?
No, I mean the shows have been pretty cool. Yeah, just talking this past Tuesday with with Meta Beast and Old Guy Barbecue. So that was really cool to get like the origin story of how the first virtual destination started. It didn't start on a live stream. It started in a Twitter space. So that was really cool to hear from both of them, and just to get a chance to learn more about Old Guy Barbecue. He's a pretty cool dude from talking with him. And we had some internet technical issues with MetaBeast, but it still worked out. And yeah, we had some great laughs. Not laughing at you, MetaBeast. It was just funny. But
We're laughing with you, not at you.
Yeah, with you. So yeah, it was good. I always like to talk with people I've never spoken with and from other different communities. So always reaching out to everybody out there in the space. So one day, if you're watching and you've never been on the show, one day I will get you hooked and you will come on the show.
Dee's gonna come after you.
I'm coming after everybody.
I don't know how she does it. I'm gonna be very quite honest. Everyone's like, "How do you do it?" You gotta ask my wife. I have no clue. Like I ask her, "So we got anybody on for Friday?" Yeah, and that's been like that for 2 years. So let's go. We appreciate the audience, but
Yeah.
Dee, I think it's time to get our guests in the studio. I see them tracking right now on radar, and once
Yes.
again, just to remind everybody, we have Lexi and Cosmic Disarray coming in very shortly to True Island right here. Here are their profiles. If you haven't followed them yet, give them a follow. They're awesome community members as well as world builders, because this is something that I love to see. Is not only is Cosmic Disarray making stuff in these constructs, but as well as Lexi. And so here's a few of their things right here. This was I thought was really cool. They made this little construct here of True Media Group. And you can see this is in the universe. I think this is really awesome right here. So I'm going to talk with them about, the motivation for this, because I used to love Team City growing up. It was one of my favorite games. And yeah, for me, this reminds me of just like a big sandbox right here. So looking forward to talking story with them. And once again, guys, if you haven't followed them yet on X, there's Cosmic's profile as well as Lexi's right there. And yeah,
I'll put them in the chats too.
I think it's time to get them in. I see them tracking right now.
Yes, let's bring them on in.
I think we should go outside today, hey?
Yes, it's beautiful outside.
All right, guys. We'll be right back.
On me to Mars, shooting past the stars. Feedy's got the vision, collectibles ours. NFT is soaring, we're claiming the red. Oh, me and Vivi, Mars straight ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lexi and Cosmic Disarray. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us today.
What's up, fam?
What's
up, everybody? Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
Love it. I'm super stoked. For one, you guys are a couple in the space. Two, you guys are pretty much in the digital space with us. You guys are builders as well as collectors. Super stoked to have you guys here. Also, guys, if you want to win something in chat right now, type in that's the wrong one. This one right here. Hashtag cheers to the weekend for a chance to win. Yeah, there you go. For a chance to win a Vivi supported giveaway. And back to the regular scheduled program. Dee, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so I just want to say once again, thank you both for your time and coming on. I know with the time difference and family life, I'm very happy that you both said yes. because it'll be really cool to talk to another couple. And you're, I guess, known as the VV verse power couple, so that's really cool. So just want to kind of get started with first of all, like your journey together. Like, how did you both end up in this community, in this space? What is the story behind that? If you guys can share that with us, however much you want to share, of course.
Well, it kind of actually started with Cosmic. He came across it on a feed once and he got into it. And then shortly right after that, I joined the app and we've pretty much just been here quietly in the background collecting ever since. Excited for the verse. The verse finally came out. We got to even explore more creativity with it. And one thing I love about Vivi is you get to play with your collectibles, read your comics, and you don't lose any value like you would in the real world. You can actually touch them in a sense and use them in a sense.
Yeah, no, what I like about what we can do with these, the AR function, I really believe AR is the future in terms of we're going to walk into our living room one day and we'll swipe and we'll eat our Uber Eats or something like that. We'll catch a cab or something, or I'll be like talking to you guys. You're right here. So I do like that. And I can see the appeal right here. But you guys said that you were here for quite some time. How long have you been here?
We've been here since March of 2021.
Okay, so these are OGs here that have been quietly sitting in the background, eh?
I've been making little videos. I came across it on Facebook, and somebody was selling the OG Harley Quinn at a reasonable price or whatever. And I'm like, there's no way that, you know, stuff like this could happen or whatever. And then I got into it. I'm like, I never heard of, you know, DC or Marvel or Disney signing off on NFTs or anything yet. So I went and looked at it, and yeah, they were real. And I've always collected like Ninja Turtles and Marvel and just all that. And yeah, I got heavy into it. Started making little videos. Told my girl about it. She got into it, and we've been in the background watching Twitter and YouTube and Instagram. And I think last year we decided to come from the background into the foreground.
I love that. And I think we all kind of have similar stories here, like as well as DNI. I think we got in at the end of 2021. So you guys have been here before us.
Yeah.
But like the same thing. I mean, I don't think we were kind of like hiding in the background because we were pretty vocal in like YouTube chats, but like you wouldn't see me up here. In fact, it's kind of a fluke to have both DNI up here. But here we are. Just like here you guys are. And I think it's a extraordinary journey on how we all kind of get to point A to point B. But like to kind of rewind and go back to the beginning, like how did you really find this space? Were you into NFTs? Did you get into it through like crypto, like OMI, or were you really trying to find like some type of new type of investment? Like for myself, and I'll frame the question. I was looking for a new investment vessel. I never got in here from OMI, and I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't own any OMI. Shout out to the OMI homies. I hope you guys go to the moon. It's just not my thing. I'm more into the collectibles. And so like, but that was my thing is I was looking for an investment vehicle. The value proposition is what got me in. But then at the end of the day, I end up enjoying the collecting part. VV is what got me back into collecting. I used to collect in the 90s. Big Image comic collector as well as DC, and so this was like, you know, like it wasn't foreign territory to me. In fact, I was super stoked to get back into the fold of collecting, as everyone does, and that's kind of what brought me here, and kind of what brought D here. But what really brought you guys into this space?
Well, mine's kind of a little bit of a sad story. You know, I ended up getting robbed and like 90% of my stuff getting taken. So like I started digitally with my video games. As everyone knows, I'm from the video game world. My name's the same all around. I won't say it, but I started there and started buying my games digitally when everyone else was still physically. I want to say in 2015, and then when I seen the DV app, it just made sense. Like you said, you know, as a collector, you always want your stuff, and like me, I want my stuff in pristine, not value, but look and everything, and it's hard to do that when you actually want to play with it, or make little still images or still videos out of it. So this was just a way for me to get into it and be able to have my stuff where always know where it is and not have to worry about it hopefully getting stolen or anything like that.
Yeah, it's very interesting you say that about keeping your stuff in pristine order. See, I'm one of those guys, if I have a toy, I have to take it out and I have to touch it. I have to play with it, right? And D's kind of like, you just bought that. That's like the only one. And then like I'm bad. Like I got toys all over me. You know what I mean? Like you walk around my house, there's like all kinds of stuff around
Ships
here.
everywhere.
There's ships everywhere. And so like I have a mixture of both actually, but I really do like the digital part. Like a good example is Fanable, right? Like we had a bunch of slabs we sent over the Fanable, and now we actually have room, you guys. Like 2 boxes got like obliterated out of here because we sent some slabs. And I do like the fact that whether it's a comic book, comic slab, something on VV, something on Candy, I can look at it on my phone. I can appreciate it on my phone. I can project it in AR off of my phone. And I know there's a lot of people that don't see that value yet, but I really enjoy that value, me personally, because, everything's here, right? You already have your contacts here. You already have your internet here. We're already doing this via this anyway in some capacity. And so to have my collection here, to scroll on it, to pinch and zoom, I can show off I was on a trip to a different island 3 weeks ago. I was showing off all of my stuff. I was like, hey, yo, check this out. I'm going to put the DeLorean right in the middle of this ballroom. And all these IT guys were like, whoa, that's so cool. Yeah, you want to see the thing fly? And then I started moving the thing around, right? Like that kind of stuff right there, it brings back the kid in you. And so that's kind of like where I feel like I went with this as well. It kind of sounds like it brought something out of you guys as well. I've seen you guys do games with O'Milly. That was fun. I think we all kind of like went through our big VVverse stint before there was a cool down a little bit. Now we're in a little cool down phase with the VVverse. But I just noticed you guys were builders. I remember Lexi coming on. We had the Women X Vivi, and she had this enormous world. So I gotta ask, like, the creativity out of you both is phenomenal. Like, were you guys always like simulator builders? Were you guys world builders? Did you build maps for games? Like, where'd you get the talent from?
Well, to be honest, no, I've ever had any lessons or teachings just besides like self-learning or learning from Cosmic or other friends on web. But I've always had an artistic side. I've always loved art. I've always loved projects and stuff like that. And the closest thing that I ever did take was a little bit of interior design, which focused on color coordination and stuff like that.
No, that's really cool because, like I never really knew a lot about you both until the VVverse came out. I saw some of the amazing stuff that Cosmic had put out, and then I saw your stuff come out. I'm like, oh, what? There's another lady in the space, and like she is also like she's building all these things. Because I totally suck at like creating anything. So to see like just like these worlds and buildings and stuff that you guys have been creating was just like wow, truly blown away. So yeah, you guys have been doing such a wonderful job. And even like this video that Hinano was showing, I was like, well, he showed me before the show, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like True Media has like a tower.
We're in the VVverse.
Yeah, so that's like so cool. Like, I mean, I don't know how long it took you to do this, but it's just amazing to see with all the pretty lights and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for doing that. It's amazing.
I would say the scene took maybe about an hour or two. The rest of the city was actually already set up, but I had already knew when you invited me that eventually I wanted to try to make a tower for you guys and throw you in there. And yeah, as you see, this is what came out of it.
No, I love this. And
awesome.
So I really want to talk about, like, we're going to just kind of go all over the place, guys, so no worries. But I remember when you guys were doing your guys' games, and one of the ones that really stuck out of me, Cosmic, was you did a track where it was Back to the Future orientated. I saw the train kind of embedded. And for one, to kind of make out a map like this, and I've used the VVverse, so it does take some creative some creativity involved. Like, how long did it take you to make something like that, and what inspired you to do this?
Well, it maybe a couple of days, depending on how elaborate I want to go with each design of the maze. Um, how or why? How is I just for 2 years straight in the background with everyone else. You heard everyone negativity. You know what I'm saying? Where people were saying that there would never be a VV verse and never be a game and stuff like that. And when I seen the video of how people were doing in the VV verse, I was like, oh, well, you can make a game out of that right there. So then I immediately, I'd say it was like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks before VV came out, I started trying to learn how to use Blender. And my first maze map it was made in Blender, and then not transport over, but transported over into there. And then from there, everyone just, liked the maps and liked the mazes and were showing up and said, keep going. So from there, I just looked at like different types of mazes on the internet of different designs, not 3D ones, like the 2D ones that you usually, they have like 2,500 in a book that you go through or whatever. And then I was like, all right, well, how can I visually put that in 3D instead of 2D? And went from there, and just continued on from there.
Yeah, this is amazing. So like when the VVverse came out, like it took a learning curve for me, but like even for me, like I used to do live streams where I just play music and I would just build, right? It was for the content and stuff like that though. But then when I would see what you would do, and even you too, Lexi, I remember watching that Women X VV live stream, and you had this huge immersive world where you had like these little tiny nooks and crannies and caves and ponds, and that blew me away. And so like, not only do you have that talent, Cosmic, so does Lexi. So Lexi, same question to you. What inspires you to make this stuff? So, because I really want to show this, like this may be a shirt to some people, but this shirt takes a while to probably hang up in the VVverse. And I remember my daughter trying to make clothes and furniture. It took her a while too. And my daughter kind of likes this type of creativity in the VVverse. She used to have her own segment where she likes to make like bowls and or barbecue pits or a kitchen.
Smash dogs.
Or smash dogs, which we haven't. Stay tuned. But what made you start being creative as well? Was it something similar? Did you always have this creativity in you? I know you said that you went to school for some of this stuff for creative design, but like, this is cool.
Well, I have a combination of like you and Cosmic in a sense together. Like you, I couldn't leave it in the package. I couldn't leave it closed. So I always like to play with my collectibles. And that was the biggest appeal when it came to the verse. You can just build anything and just make it a world for that collectible or make it a maze or a game. And when it comes to my building, I love adding detail because when I create, I'm creating to invite a bunch of people to come in. The world that you're showing right now actually probably will be a game in the end. And it can also be used as a walkthrough once the game is ran. But as the details, I mean, if I'm making a house in a room, it should have clothes in it. It should look like someone's living there. And I like the challenge. I'm not going to lie. It took me a moment to get a pattern down, and you can see in the background where I have other pattern pieces laid out. And I like the detail. It has to almost seem real. And then when it comes to building it, everyone's seen Alice in Wonderland. And I know you all know the part where the little dog is just like sweeping the path away. Well, that's kind of how I build. I build backwards. I start with a picture in my mind and I just work around it and work my way out.
You know, I love that you come up with like your own type of concept of building and stuff like that. I remember when I first got into the VVverse, I'm a person that has to start with a base. And like you try to start with something that's familiar. And so since I'm in the islands, I have to start with water as my base. And then water turns into islands turns into mountains, and then so forth and so forth. And you build upon that. So a lot of my builds, unfortunately, and I can't get out of my stigma, is island themed. But like the one thing that I do like about that, and you know, I like the way that you do it where you work backwards, is like it's really however you're comfortable with. Like and I don't know about you guys. When I first got into the verse, I think there was one point where Dee went to sleep with the baby, and then she got up, and it's like, you went to bed at like 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and you got up and it was like 3:30, and I was still awake in the VV verse, and I didn't realize it was 3:30, and she's like, "It's your turn," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" It's 3:30. So you can get lost in the verse, is what I'm trying to say, with your creativity and so forth. So
Yeah.
Pete, anything you want to add to this?
I mean, like I've said already, I'm not creative, but I just love watching people create. And like when we used to have the live shows showcasing people's builds and stuff, and I know we've covered a couple of your guys's builds, and just kind of going around the space, I'm just like just taken back because there's just so much creativity that I can appreciate being a non-creative person, and just like the amount of work and time that goes to like figuring out how to do like a pattern, or do like I don't know, the hook for the hanger for the clothes. Once you get like how to do it, it'll be faster for you, but just as a person in the background kind of like watching, I'm just like blown away by just the wonderful work. And one of them that I really enjoyed was the pirate ship, or the pirate boat.
Oh yeah.
And what was the other one? The planets. I thought that was like trippy. The planets with like the black hole, or like the you know which one I'm talking about. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that was.
I think it's just
cool.
space. Yeah, black hole.
Yeah, the space.
Yeah, I don't know. I just start off with just a regular old blank canvas, and wherever my mind goes, you know, that's where I tend to follow. Or I'll look at something on TV, or a commercial or something, like, ooh, I could do that. I'm pretty sure I can do that. All right, challenge accepted. Let me go try to do it. And that's basically where most of the stuff comes up with, is just movie scenes or stuff like that. And I'm like, I bet I could recreate that in the VV-verse and make it look cool, or my way of cool, or my way of thinking. And as far as the boat goes, I seen that, and I was like, nobody has done that yet in the VV-verse. All right, let me build one from scratch and go from the ground up. I'm actually a not a contractor, basically a private contractor, and I go around and fixing stuff. So when I'm in the VV-verse, it kind of lets me not look at blueprints and plans, and go wherever I want to be able to go, compared to being constricted and of designs that other people want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, this makes a ton of sense. You know how to read a floor plan. I got you now. All right.
He's got the freedom to do that in the VV-verse. No, that's really cool. So when you did the first game, because I was in on that space, I didn't participate because I would have just like been like so behind everybody. But like, how did that make you feel? Like, people are tuning in, they're showing up in the space to like participate in something that you created. Like, how was that for you?
Oh, it's just like I am right now. Feel like a little kid, nervous, scared, but overall overjoyed that you guys invited me and that they came. And I was just hoping that I made it hard enough to where it wouldn't be 30 seconds and you're already at the end, or somebody, they're not playing by the rules that we set down. But no, everyone was good sports. Everyone showed up, ran through it, and I had to tell some people, because when you first in the VV-verse, you don't know up, down, left, or right, and then when you switch into your interactive mode compared to first-person view, the two look totally different, and then you can actually see, oh crap, I'm walking off the edge to get down to this spot, not walking the path to get down to the spot. But all in all, yeah, I was rejoiced, and I was glad that everyone was like, man, you did good. I was actually going to college for videographic and game design and business, but I had to quit in order to take care of the family, but that's another story. So being able to do this for other people and them enjoyed it, it made my day. It made highlight of the year.
You know what's so beautiful about that story is all those skills that you learned that you had to take a break from because of your family is now in play because this creator economy that we're all in is a real thing, especially when it comes to the VVverse. And let me kind of give you an example here. Is I've been saying it for I think at least 3 or 4 years, and this is just my own personal views, that the VVverse, in my opinion, is a good place for socialization for the newer generation. And what I mean by that is my daughter, she's like around the age of like 12 to 15, maybe even younger than that. When I was growing up, we didn't have a place to hang out where you could geek out, enjoy collectibles, enjoy comic books, other than your comic store. If you did it anywhere else, at least here in the state of Hawaii, you'd be booed, you'd probably be pants or something like that. It just wasn't cool. So I used to hide at my LCS. Kids now, they don't have that kind of stuff. They have this, they have the internet. So if the VVverse can somehow be turned into kind of like a MySpace 2.0, and I use MySpace as an example, I really think the social aspect of it all has a lot of legs, and it's a very compelling thing for collectors to find a place to connect where they can share their comics, they can engulf themselves in the experience, they can put themselves in the DeLorean. And I think the VVverse has legs to do that. Albeit we are in this beta, and I still think the VVverse is in beta because not everyday users can use it, but I think it can get there. And I think they're comparable to everyone else right now in terms of being at the beginning. And to me, it doesn't have to be AAA in order for it to be awesome. It just has to be a good experience. What do you guys think about that?
Well, to be honest, I have technically 3 little bosses every time I get into the verse, and I'll explain. If I'm building a house section or a house build, I get told by each of my 3 littles that they have to have a bedroom. Where's their bedroom? And they come in, they help me design it, pick out colors. We'll go through the comics or the collectibles, and they have to be included in the house and the build. So, I mean, that's the great thing that you were saying about the VVverse. It is so sociable, in my opinion, and it's a great family activity. The kids enjoy it, especially if you've ever played Sims. I think anyone that's played Sim will really enjoy it. But the beauty about it is we've always started from a blank canvas. Every build that you see us do is a blank, empty space that we start in, and you have the chance to truly just put what you see inside your mind out there for everyone else to enjoy. And like you said, it doesn't have to be great. It's unique. It's each one's talent, own build, and you get to see a different art aspect in each build too. Like each of the builders that I follow all have a different style. And I mean, it's amazing to watch every day. You get amazed and surprised by another build every day. And we're all working with the same amount of, shapes. And obviously the collectibles and comics may vary, but we still have the same capabilities. And it's just so much fun to build. And like you said, you lose time, especially when the whole family's doing it together.
Yeah, I remember. So that was like my daughter. She enjoyed coming on the show to show people. She used to give me lectures, and Dee can attest to this, because my daughter, she knows 3D modeling. She's messed with Blender. And so I was trying to make a couch when I first got in there, because and I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm a guy that likes to build the world, but not put anything in it. I'm not someone that likes to populate my world with collectibles. And it's just me being lazy. I don't want to go back. Once I build something, I want to just keep going. I don't want to go back and like put furniture. And so like my daughter was like, man, Dad, your world is boring. Like, what do you mean it's boring? Like, I got all these cool constructs and builds. I built a comic vault. There's no comics in there though. And she was like, Dad, like your house has like no furniture. You don't have like a couch. You don't have a TV. And so she made me a couch and a TV in one of my worlds. And like, she laughed at me when I tried to make a couch. She's like, is this a couch? And then said, yeah, Dad, this looks like a piece of bread. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, for one, you need to put like cylinders,
like placeholders or something.
Placeholders. Right? That's what she said. Like, so you can center it. It's not even centered, Dad. And then like, she even had to teach me where the centering tool was, or like the measurement tool. But anyways, needless to what I'm trying to say is like, she knew what to do. She built her furniture. It was something that she spent hours on as well. And like I said, again, it has legs for the youth for this type of stuff. Like, this is natural for them to go into these types of worlds and start building. And I love what you said about starting with a blank canvas and really expressing yourself, because there's so much builders out here. I mean, Cosmic with the pirate ship, that just blew me away. And all the movement. And then Lexi, your island reminded me of, I don't know if you guys ever saw the TV show Lost, but like I really had lost
Yeah.
vibes, getting lost in your. It looked like an island to me.
Yeah.
I think the last guest that we had on for Enter the Verse, because we've been having trouble getting people on that show. It was FM, and he made the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind, and I'm just like, there's so much cool worlds. We've had other guests on that did really cool things, and it's really awesome to see people just use their creativity to make scenes, make other stuff. I'm waiting for someone to make the clock tower and the DeLorean, you know what I mean? But anyway,
I believe that's already made.
it is.
Yep.
Oh, was it Russell?
See, I'm gonna get in trouble because I don't remember the name, but I'll surf through my Twitter. I apologize. I don't mean to, but I'll tag you guys to it. He made the entire town, I believe.
Okay,
that was right there.
Okay, so
And-
here's a follow up then. Someone should make Back to the Future 3 where the train is pushing the DeLorean on tracks.
all right.
Because we have the DeLorean and the train.
We have the DeLorean and the train.
I've already got a Western town built, so I might have to do that. Challenge accepted. Give me like a couple of days, maybe a week. And
It's like give me 3 hours.
Yeah, it's like
right.
by the end of the show, it'll be all done.
I might start working on it now. You never know.
Wait, Swampy said it's built already. You built it, Swampy?
Omni Noir built it already. I think that's what he meant to say.
Oh, is it the Hill Valley or is it the
I want to say it's Hill Valley.
Okay, so we still got to see the train, which is Eastwood Falls or something, right? Whatever it was named, but
And thank you, Swampy is actually the one that got that water moving around in that boat. So
that's right. Yeah.
props to Swampy. Thank you, Swamp.
Yeah, that was
Swampy.
cool.
He's the miracle man of the VV-verse, I hear.
Oh, he's the wizard of the VV-verse.
I was gonna say
he's
the
the guy
wizard
behind the curtain.
scene. Yeah.
You need anything done, or I mean, he explains it perfectly, and yeah, well thought out, planned right through.
The wizard of the verse. Let's go, Swampy. All right. D, anything you want to add to this?
Yeah. So was it after your game that the VV team started having like the Master Builds games, or was that like connected? Because I feel like you were like the first one to have a game, right?
Well, I want to say Masteroni was already doing games prior to the VV-verse, and then entered them into the VV-verse, and then I did my maze, and then yes, I do believe Swampy and Masteroni tagged up after that and started doing their shows together. Okay. I do believe. I'm not trying to, don't shoot the messenger. That's what I recall.
Yeah, let us know, Swampy, in the chats. I think so. And I believe there's another Master Builds coming up. I want to say the 29th. I could be wrong.
Yep, next weekend.
Something
Can't
like
wait.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love seeing all that content. Like I said, just being able to see what people put out with just simple shapes. Because I know for the master games, it's just simple shapes, right? Not anything like already prefabricated.
Yep.
Yep.
It's like 10 shapes a piece per shape that you get. I'm sorry, Lex. Go ahead.
I was going to say anyone that wants to join those games, either one would be a great example of what the VV-verse would be like, using Masteronis to navigate with the doorways and everything and how your character moves through it. And with the master build, you're just using the simple shapes. So now you get an idea of how the builds actually are going to start coming together when you actually go to build your own space and see the difficulty and the technique that you use to shape the shapes. Like that is one thing I kind of wish you could do, is a little bit more forming of the shapes where you could grab it like in the middle and bring just the middle part down instead of, the whole side and everything. Mm-hmm. And then, but it is a great example of what it would be like in the verse.
Yeah. I mean, they're always taking feedback, so maybe that'll be in the next update or so. The one that I was able to catch, like after it was done, I got to see the people's creations, was the photo booth. And like I said, just with like simple shapes with however, I forgot the amount of time that they had to build it. I'm just like, oh man, I would have been standing in my little booth area, just kind of like what the heck do I do? Help me like put these pieces together. So, like I said, I just love seeing your guys' creations and everyone else that's out there, just creating and just having fun. I love to see that because there are so many talented people out there, and I'm glad that you guys are, getting recognized because, like I said in the beginning, I didn't know a lot about you guys until the VBverse came out and your beautiful creations came out as well. And I'm like, oh, dang, like, yeah, some really nice stuff. So props to you guys for just building. And for me, that's like, I don't know, it will take me a day, like couple days to just like get something started. But you guys just go in, you already got like your brains already moving, and you're like, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it, and you just do it, and it's like, bam, here you go. I'm like, what? That's like amazing.
Yeah, we just enjoy being in the VVverse, man. I mean, it's just great to be able to do whatever you want to do and however you want to do it and make your collectibles come alive. I mean, everyone knows 5, 6, 7, 8 years old sitting on the floor of your mom's or grandmother's with your 2, 3 favorite special toys that you got, and you're doing battles or whatever you're doing and just having fun. And this is the same way they get to come to life. And I mean, with the power of like AI AI and VR and AR glasses, like you said, it's just going to be, I can't wait to see what's next. I mean, when you can digitally throw your universe that you created over the real world and kind of fade them both in, is the game changes. That when all that comes together, it's just going to be amazing. And like, you're almost in Star Wars holodeck. Bring up whoever you want to talk to right now, and hey, we're next to each other. Let's play whatever. I mean, I was just watching on Twitter, they were doing augmented ping pong, and they're like, man, this stuff is getting pretty good. And you had just 2 people sitting next to poolside playing ping pong off each other's phones, just batting away. And it's like, man,
like that, right?
Can I get a quarter? Because I want next. I mean, shoot, let's do this.
No, yeah, I can see that happening too. I love that you said that, like, about like, the VVverse reminds me of like digital Legos, if you really think about it, right? And so that's pretty cool right there. I love that, and I completely agree with the sentiment. D, anything else that you want to add to this before we change subjects?
No, I'm just gonna say that it's really great to hear that you're both doing it with your family as well, and the main thing is like you're all having fun and making it. You're including your kids in it, so you're not just like on the computer screen like all day, and like your kids are like running around like not even bothering with them. So it's really cool that you include them in it and be a part of it, and have helping them also like be creative with you, and just kind of seeing where they're gonna build, what they're gonna build. And I'm sure each kid has their own like different quirks and like how their brain processes, so you can see like the difference when they are also building with you. So I think that's really great that you include the family in with you guys.
Yeah, and
you can.
Sorry, go ahead, Lexi.
Oh, you definitely do see a difference between the kids, especially, well, because we got 1 little boy and 2 girls. So the girls are definitely more into the girly princess aspect. And then my son comes over and he's like, no, I'm a boy. I don't want that pink in my room. No, we need to come over here, Mom, and let me see. And he likes Star Wars. So a lot of things he usually goes for is Star Wars.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's great to be able to share with your family. That was all I had to say on this part. I don't know if you want to go on to the next.
Yeah, no. Sorry, work.
Okay.
Calling me. No, work. It just threw my mind off. I'll get back to it. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
No. So it was something about the VVverse. It'll come back to me a little bit later. Silly work, but let's kind of change gears here, because we talked about the VVverse. We talked about you guys being in this space for quite some time. You guys kind of came out of the shadows at, like, I want to say I seen you guys at the beginning of this year, ending of last year is kind of when I've like seen Cosmic Disarray. I think you went through a different name, and then Lexi, you came in afterwards. But I want to know if you guys were kind of like collectors as kids, or if you collected only now. And depending if you were collecting as a kid or now, what you gravitate the most towards in collecting?
Well, I was definitely a collector as a kid. It definitely started with Ninja Turtles. They were my first obsession. And then I slowly moved on to Pogs. And then after Pogs, it was definitely Pokemon and Magic and TY. And like I said, I always had to play with it. So I never ended up being able to save too much that I used to have from my childhood. And that's what really brought me in is like, oh, I can play with this. And then within our first year on the VV app, we were using our collectibles and photos for the birthday parties for our kids, and they absolutely loved it. Loved it. And we still they'll pull out VV and they'll like, oh look, Thor's right here, or there's a dinosaur. I mean, it's just so much interaction with it. It's amazing. And when we first got on, I guess we were focused totally on mainly Facebook when it came to the VV aspect of it. And then we were in Randy's spaces on YouTube a lot. We were actually known as the power couple on Randy's space when we first started too. And we would join his space for every drop show in the beginning, and we'd all be arguing on, oh, we're in, oh, don't freeze, oh no. And I mean, just the struggles in the beginning was insane, but it even drove me more to it, to be honest. It's that like trust the rip aspect of it. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get it, and it just makes you feel good again and excited about something. And this is something I can't physically ruin playing with.
Yeah, no, I love that. You get that adrenaline rush, right? Yeah, no, that's pretty cool right there. And what about you, Cosmic? Or we might have lost him.
No, he's coming. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
I was
You went to grab a snack.
Oh, I was tending to the dog. What's up?
He's building.
Yeah.
I wish that was the story. That's a great cover. Thank you. Yes, I'm building.
I'm here all day.
What was the question? I apologize. Sir.
So no, you're good. So the question was, and this is something I asked Lexi, is were you always a collector growing up, or was it finding Vivi in this digital space that got you in collecting? And depending if you started collecting now or as a kid, what did you gravitate towards the most?
At first it was action figures, and then it turned into cards, collectibles, like my girl said, Pogs, trading cards, basketball, football, baseball, hockey, whatever I get my hands on at the time. Then it switched over to video games. Want to say 95. I got my went out and mowed a couple lawns with me and my cousin, and we ended up buying a PlayStation. And yeah,
nice.
From there, it just turned into mostly like figurines and statues. And shoe collection, a little bit of comic collection, not a whole lot, I do have a whole lot of card collection, but that was thanks to my mother as well. She was a big time baseball player in the 80s and 90s. I mean, locally, not, nationwide or nothing. But she definitely collected all that stuff and passed it to me when she passed. So yeah, ever since I was a kid, I've been collecting. And I was glad that Vivi, like I said, was around after I had that horrible experience with them, taking things from you in the real world. You kind of, don't want to keep collecting if you're going to be in the same position of potentially getting it taken all over and starting back from zero. So I looked into Vivi, and I'm glad Vivi's here, and now my collection's in my hands, and the only person I got to worry about doing anything, harming my collection is me, not anyone else. So I'm grateful for the collections I got and the collection that I was able to keep through the whole tragic scenario. The 10% that I got to keep, I do have like almost every single, not first edition, but the first Pokemon set, all 150 or all 151 of them. I have those from when I was with a child. those are not graded, and they're probably all, you know, ruined and scratched because I was just like all the other kids. Hey, I mean, I got 3 of these. I could trade you for 1 Squirtle if you want that, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, I got way too many energy cards, so what's up? I mean, how many energy cards you need of what color? But, I mean, what's good? What can we swap around? So, yeah, I've
That's
always
funny.
been a collector, and shoot, I mean, I'm going to be probably a collector to the day I die, and my kids throw away all my trash, you know, because it's all digitally now, and they're like, what's the use of this crap? I got it
Right.
all right here digitally, and watch, I can change my outfit digitally. Bam, look at that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've always been a collector, will always be a collector, and, I mean, yeah, take stuff to the grave.
You know, I love that you said that. It's so true about this digital age now, where it's like it's really in your hands, or it's really a point where it's like now your stuff really can't be stolen, and it can't get water damage, or it can't get, like, you know, some your house has a fire or something like that. So that's what really gravitates me the most to collecting. And what I love now is we have so much options now since we've been in this space for 2 years. We have Vivi. You want to have Marvel, and you want to be kind of like in like a walled garden closed ecosystem where it's a little bit safer, go there. If you want to do self custody and you want to get your hands a little bit more dirty into the weeds, try that out as well. If not, you got like places like Fanable where they're doing like RWAs where they have both. You have the digital as well as something represented to that physical counterpart stored somewhere in a safe place, not in your own place. And all of this stuff can be viewed and shared right from your phone. So I really think this is the way where things are going to go, not just with collecting, just within the tech in general. And I think we're all kind of early. And to kind of go back to what I was saying earlier about you guys and your family and the Viviverse is we need more people like you and your family for that specific product. And I'm not just talking about the Viviverse, I'm just talking about virtual worlds in general, because in reality, if you guys have fun doing that, if you really have a keeper here, Lexi, where you're telling me that you have to go to all these other design managers before you actually implement something in your Viviverse, and that tells me that there is an experience that you guys are having together. You guys are all having this creative moment. You guys are having fun. Same thing with D and I and our daughter. We did the same thing. There are more families. There are more people that are creative out there. There are more people that don't know about what we're doing here that I think will gravitate to this type of experience. So, what do you think, D?
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, it's just only a matter of time. Like we've been here for a few years now, and we're still saying we're still early. And it's always changing. Everything is like always updating. And so yeah, I think we're gonna keep saying we're still early for the next another 5 years, because half the world, or maybe more than that, don't know what we're in, or they don't care to know. But I think eventually over time it's going to be kind of like forced on everyone else, where they won't have any choice but to go with, you know, the times, just like how things get obsolete and you have to update to like to the new thing. So eventually I think more people will come on the train that we're all on right now and just learn, hopefully from us that's here, and just have fun like how we are having fun digitally. um, because for me, like the thing that I get the most like reward from is just making connections and meeting people, talking to people from all over the world, different states in US, different countries in the world. And that was all just by finding this app through Hinano, and just kind of putting ourselves out there, and just yeah, meeting strangers who turn into acquaintances, and then acquaintances turn into friends, and then you form like, you know, special relationships with people. So yeah, it's only a matter of time, I think. Was that too long-winded?
I totally agree. Like once somebody puts an AR movie on, and you can actually like walk through the movie as it's playing, and you could see stuff happen. I mean, those 3D walls that they've already got, I think in Disney World and a couple other spots are just crazy. The way it makes you feel like you're moving and walking around as the orb that you're in is pushing the video through as like almost as you're there. So yeah, as the technology catches up to what we have, I'd give it a couple more years and everyone to be in the digital realm more than the physical.
Yeah.
But also in the physical, they blend together with augmented reality.
And they won't even know it, Cosmic. It's going to happen to them, and it's going to happen overnight to where they're going to be using both and not realize it.
Right. I totally agree.
So I wanted to ask too, because you guys are doing things together and you collect together, was there like and maybe this is before we had the wait list or the auto pay, was there like a specific collectible or a comic that you guys kind of like teamed up together to try and hopefully one of you land? Or was it, when you guys collect, is it more of like a friendly competition on seeing like who hits like the secret rare or who gets the special edition? Like how was it in your household? Because we have like other stories.
Oh, sorry. I wish I could say that I hit all the time, but she takes all of my luck and all the internet. So that'd be her. I usually get common or uncommon, which is just fine for me. I'm looking for Spider-Man. My big one that I'm looking for is Dragon Ball. Since middle school, that's what I've been. That's basically how I started with drawing, was just basically trying to pause the TV and outline with a piece of paper, and then start from there, and started to draw little Dragon Ball characters from there on. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Happens to me every time.
What about your take, Alexi?
It's kind of funny. Like when we first found the app, it honestly we're doing drops of a lot of my heartstrings. I mean, there was the Batmans, there was Back to the Future. So I mean, it just instantly grabbed me. And there was always the hope of the VV-verse back then. So I could see the potential, like I can see now. And I mean, I just can't wait to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, I mean, I think like whenever I go for a drop, I'm in the same boat as you, Cosmic. I get commons and uncommons. And I think the one I wanted to try and land, and Hinano also wanted to, and I'm sure like everyone else, was AF-15. And I was trying my darn like hardest to land that. And I think I had both.
I did get a common.
Yeah, I know. Like he got something. I'm like, what? We're like literally right next to each other. I'm pushing the button as well. Like, how the heck did you get it? But I mean, in the end, it's like at least one of us in the house, got it, right? So it's it was just kind of more of like trying to beat him, but it didn't work out. So yeah, I mean, you can make like a friendly competition out of that, but it's, for me too, it's like what you said, Lexi, like things that pull at your heartstrings is like when I see certain things on the app, like when we had the Battlestar Galactica collectible drop, that was very sentimental for Hinano and I, because we used to have Sci-Fi Fridays when we first started dating.
I don't know if they know the whole story.
Oh, so so when Hinano and I started dating, he reeled me in. And we couldn't go out on Friday nights because that was like Sci-Fi Friday. So we had to watch like Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, and whatever shows was on that Friday night. So we'd get our snacks and stuff, set up our TV, our chairs, whatever, cushions, and then we would have a night where we just watched whatever the show was. And when we first started dating, it was Battlestar Galactica was playing, and he got me into it. I think season 3 was already out. Was it season 3?
Yeah, so you got in on season 3, and it was I'm sorry, it was Stargate, and that's why Stargate and Battlestar was like 2 drops that we really gravitated to, and and kind of resonated with. But because Dee and I spent a lot of our Fridays we got to know each other a lot because of those sci-fi Fridays. I mean, obviously when the shows weren't on, we would go out on a Friday night, but that was like my one rule. And I thought she was going to break up with me, guys. It's like, okay, that's it. You know what I mean? Like my geekism is going to like really ruin this relationship. But no, she did what she always does. She cooks dinner, and then, you know, that was our thing for like years. And I got to know my wife a whole lot better that way. And so we got really close because of Battlestar Galactica, to be very honest. So, yeah, holds a special place for us.
Yeah, that and then
it's a
like,
strange thing, I know.
Yeah, so when they announced that Battlestar was coming out, I was like, no way, we're gonna be like the only ones that's gonna go and buy this, because we didn't see anyone else like, you know, putting their like Battlestar
they didn't look
content
excited
or anything. Yeah, I mean, you see people posting on Spider-Man, Star Wars, you know, the Marvel heroes, but like I think we're like the only one besides who else? Maybe Slider, that would buy this collectible. So like, yeah, it's gonna be very scarce if they burn it, and it's just gonna be us that hold it. But come to find out, there were other people that enjoy the fandom as well as Star Trek and stuff. So yeah, I mean, that was kind of long-winded. But is there like a collectible too that kind of like has like sentimental value for the both of you? That means something special?
I mean, we all just have the same love when it comes to like the collectibles. So I mean, it is more kind of halfway like a competition with us, but it's for the love of the comic or the collectible. Like in the very beginning, when it was a very big chance if you were going to hit it, I mean, we were all, including our kids, even, we're doing the 10-second countdown at the top of our lungs, and then you would just hear us all like yelling at our phone, like, I'm hitting the button, go, go, go. And you would hear whoever got it first yell. I mean, it's just a big celebration to us because it's a passion that we both share. So, I mean, it's not necessarily one specific one. And when it comes to all the collectibles there, I mean, they pretty much all have a heartstring to us, truthfully. There's not too many on there that we don't enjoy. I mean, I grew up sci-fi with my family. I'm sure he was watching them too, and everything on there, I have some love for, to be truthful.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree with you. Like me, I'm a big Trekkie, so like when I saw like all the Star Trek stuff, and again, I really feel like I'm the only one that gravitates to that stuff. But like this app really has everything for everyone. And so I got a question for you guys, and let me frame this question. What is like a story that you could tell us about a drop that you went for on Vivi that's very memorable? And here's a good example. This is like right around the time I got into the app, and that's when I was figuring things out. You know, I realized that price was going up on certain things, and this is when Steamboat Willie dropped. And I told myself, man, I'm not going to get this drop. I was stuck in traffic. And yes, guys, on the islands, we do have traffic because we only have one road in certain places. And I was stuck on this one road. It was going to take me 3 hours to get home. I had like a bar. That's it. And I remember I was trying to talk to my wife on the one bar. I'm like, the drop's almost here, D. And like, you know, I'm trying to head. You remember I was headed to like the south side of the island, and I was stuck in traffic. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, I got to get off the phone with you because I got to get ready for the drop. And you know how it was, you guys, when we used to do that, right? Like it was still around the times where you did that. And I remember I was like and you're not supposed to hold your phone, by the way. And I'm literally in my van that has like no tint, and like you see the countdown going on, and I'm just like, damn it, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. Everyone's seen me do this silly thing with my phone, right? And then sure enough, drop hits, I see it, and I see the buy thing come up. I'm like, okay, and I go hit it, and I thought I was gonna have I thought it was gonna go because it just kept spinning. It must have spun for 1 minute, and I just threw my phone. I'm like, forget this, right? So I didn't go look, and then I go look like maybe 5 minutes later because I go grab my phone, and it says like, got it. I got the green truck, and I'm like, no way, and I see it. It's the freaking ultra rare. I'm like, no way. And you know, like you get all excited and all that stuff, right? And so that was my exciting like wow moment, right, for the app, where I got something cool. I also won some Peely fantasies, but we're not going to talk about that. But
Oh, the peelies. Yeah, those are beautiful.
what is like a memory that you can tell us about a story about you going for a drop? Did you go to like a secret coffee shop where you could only go for drops?
Well, I have two. All right. The first one was the first time I got on here. It was Ultraman. That drop, and I wind up actually getting two. But you like how you were saying, you know how back in the day you get the spin wheel of death, and you don't know if you got it, and you're shutting down the app and trying to reopen it.
You're all cussing at
10,000 other people, and you're like, "Come on, you piece! You're brand new. You should be running perfectly."
Right.
And but I ended up getting the ultra rare on that, and I ended up actually getting number 41, which at the time it was, I do believe, the first print publicly for you to get. And yeah, I had like people offering me money or whatever, and I'm like, whoa, this is absolutely crazy. That people, I mean, because this is brand new, you know, NFTs. Someone's buying a rock at the time for $100,000 digitally, and you're like, come on, man, be for real. And you know that, but I mean, yeah, it was crazy that I was able to score on it, and then I was able to get two. The second one I didn't think was going to go through. It took my money, but it didn't show that it accepted, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. Oh my goodness. Did they just jack me for 7, 10 gems, whatever it was? And again, at the time, you know, you didn't know what
that was a lot of gems back then, man.
Right. You didn't know what was going on, so. Yeah, and like you said, I got a big family, so 10 gems is, you know, to this day is a lot of gems. I mean, I got, 22, 23-year-olds calling me up, Dad, can I get 10, 20 bucks while I'm on lunch break? And sorry, sweetheart.
That's one drop, man. Come on.
Right. I mean, I ain't got that to buy.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta go for the drop. Sorry.
Yeah, you do realize X-Men's dropping this weekend, right?
Right. Just because you, as an older kid and out for your life, aren't worried. I'm still worried about this drop. No, but that was the first time, and then they sent out the letter saying that they were making it right for everybody and gave everyone the secret rare poster, which I mean I thought that as a company that was awesome and special to do. Like, I mean, not everyone was just out here giving away free posters or free NFTs or any new collectible in your collection at the time, or at least not that I knew of it. Everyone, like I said, they were selling rocks for $100,000 on ETH, so
right.
I didn't, and now people are giving away, for the communities, starting that stuff like that. But back then, it was basically everyone out for themselves, and you had no clue what was really going on. And then the second one is my prized possession, and I still have it in my hands to this day. I went through the ups and downs and how the highs and the lows with Vivi or whatever. But my Spider-Man Secret Rare 111. I got that on drop. It was one of those things where everyone was out buying those USB things that you stuck into your router, so you can go ahead and plug your phone in and get the extra juice. And then I'm like, everyone else, go all through the whole house, shut off all the Xboxes, all the TVs, everything that uses internet besides our phones is what's going on right now. So everyone hush, hold your breath. We got 10 seconds. Let's go. And I ended up scoring that. And I mean, to this day, I won't get rid of that thing. That's my most prized possession. I love that Spider-Man Secret Rare. And it just 111, that just made it that much better. And it's one of those things where, I mean, I usually love keeping it in the box, but if I would have scored it at a Comic-Con or something, I'd have probably ripped it out before I even left the booth, Run over to another booth, see who I can't get to someone to sign this.
It's on his back, right? It's like
watch this, I can flip it. Yeah. No, I drafted it, bro. Oops, sorry, I dropped the mic. I didn't mean to get too loud. Sorry, guys.
Mic drop.
I'm getting excited, as you see. My bad.
No, that's
good.
cool.
It's all good.
I'll back it down 2 degrees.
That's what we like to hear. And so now we know what your favorite collectible is. And I don't have that secret rare, but I do have the ultra rare with him going upside down. But my favorite collectible on the app, and this has been something that I've always wanted to attain, shout out to Charlie because I got it from him, was the secret rare of Fantastic Four. I finally was able to attain that last year. to me, like if there was any grail that I wanted to get, pardon me real quick, I think my daughter's home. Good. That was the grail that I wanted. So like I told Dee, like, if anything, I'm not really for the partner statue. You know, I'm not really into logos, but I really wanted that secret rare collectible of the Fantastic Four #1. They're the first family. They remind me of my family. And they're pretty much the family that kicked off the Marvel Universe, in my opinion. So why wouldn't I want that, right? So that's my favorite collectible. I know what Cosmic says. What about you, Lexi?
My favorite one so far would have to be the Harley Quinns. I was definitely a big fan of Harley Quinn with the Batmans. I grew up everything Batman. All my brothers watched everything Batman. And actually, it was one of the Harley Quinns in the beginning that I received that I got a 2-digit on. And I don't remember which one exactly it was, but I remember I listed it for $2,000 and it actually sold. And that was my funding for the next few drops for quite a while. It was a hit and miss sometimes if you actually landed it or not. But it was the one thing like, okay, this is real. Like, I actually just sold that. Holy hell. And it was from there on out. Here we go.
Yeah. Once you get that one little adrenaline rush of that, it's hard to forget that. And I think we've kind of all been through this. But like, you know what? It's not just about that too, then. What I do love about the fact that, you know, that's kind of how we all started. We got into this either for the value proposition, or we saw price go up, or we saw the fun, we saw the action, or it was just like a big rush of a lot of things because of the NFT boom. But now it's all about community. And that's what I love about this is the most. And that's what kind of like keeps D&I here. And that's why we like to do this, is we like to interact with the community. We see this community forging out of the fires right here, and we are one of the digital frontiers. We're literally the first pioneering this stuff, and it's exciting, it's fun, and I love doing it with everybody. Shout out to my brother Frobro. I haven't seen you in ages, Frobro. Good to see you. But yeah, I'm trying to see. Look, Cosmic, I lost myself here, but D, go ahead. Tag.
Well, I know Batman Day is coming up tomorrow. So Lexi, I know you said you grew up watching Batman and stuff. So who is your Batman?
Oh, see, that's the hard one. I'd have to probably say the Russo, to be honest, only because I just like the way that one turned out. But in my opinion, it's going to be one of those where I'm also kind of like, when it comes especially to gaming, one of those achievement horror people. You know, I have to complete it. I have to have it all. I won't stop until I get them all. So I mean, it's just a matter of me working my way up to it, and you know, eventually completing the entire set of all the Batmans is my end goal.
Nice.
Yeah, that what is the one that he's sideways, like people call it the crotch,
the crotch rocket, the Doug Mank.
Yeah,
I think Doug
yeah.
Mank. Yeah,
Doug Mankey, or that one is pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah.
But as far as like the actors, the different types of actors for Batman, did you have a favorite when you were growing up watching the shows and stuff, or the animated series?
My favorite one was one of the old school ones, and it was the one with Penguin.
Oh, was it Michael Keaton?
Keaton?
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She automatically wins. Yeah, that's like our favorite ones too. I mean, just because it's like nostalgic stuff.
Yeah, he played a very good Bruce Wayne, and he played a very cool and swagger looking Batman, and that's why I gravitate to him the most. Didn't like him in the Flash movie. I'm gonna forget I saw him in that one, but yeah, definitely my favorite Batman. And did you want to ask the same question to Cosmic D?
Oh yeah, I mean, if he has a favorite one, or just like a favorite character in general.
Todd McFarlane Batman.
Okay.
And Heath Ledger's Joker would have to, would be my top. But as far as like voice goes and all that, I'd give it to the 95 voice actor of the comic show. I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, that's who I would pick, guys.
All right, let's go. And shout out to Arcade. I see you down there. Shout out to Arcade. It's good to see you back in the scene. I haven't seen you in a while, my friend, and can't wait to see you in Vegas. Guys, I got one more question. All right, two more questions before we kind of turn the tables around here. What's a drop that you guys are looking forward to that we don't have yet in the app? Or in
Anime.
Anime. That's broad though. Which one?
Any of them. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm most excited for Dragon Ball Z or Attack on Titans or Demon Slayer. I mean, all the ones that I definitely go back and watch. I mean, there's even movies, anime movies that I'd love to see on there, like Howl's Moving Castle and, things like that. I even like the gamer aspect. I mean, with Assassin's Creed, I love Assassin's Creed. That is one of my games that I go and play, but there are so many more good games there are already collectibles too, like God of War. And I mean, a God of War figurine on there, I would love to have, and I'd love to see those in the VV-verse. A lot of the spaces that I have created are more set up for the future because it's before I realized when you come in, you can't put your own collectibles in there and do a photo shoot. So I have like islands, like you said, that are beautiful to where you could just pose by a tree or a flower and have a great scene. Or I even have desolated islands where it's completely empty, like you're on Lost. Or like the one that you guys have brought up, Blackpink. That one was solely made to highlight Blackpink because at the time that was the big drops going on, and pink is one of my favorite colors. So I was like, I can do this. And it's just so many animes and games that I would love to see, honestly, on the app.
I'd love to see Mega Man. Like that's like the Nintendo 8-bit thing. Like I'd like to see Mega Man, a Contra thing. That'd be my thing. What about you, Cosmic?
My number one thing is the same with her, Dragon Ball Z. I'm a huge old school Dragon Ball Z would be my top pick. Goku and a Vegeta statue would, basically take all my shillings on top of all the shillings from my other collections. I'd start to sell those off to buy every single one that I possibly could of those. Some other ones, Terminator. I mean, I'd like to see Arnold and, T8, T800, T1000. Even the new one was fine with me. There's so much. Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell.
Just some of my favorites. Mostly Dragon Ball. Halo? Oh, for sure, Halo. Yeah. I was a huge martial artist, film buff back in the day. I used to love watching those. So, martial arts is really a area that I love watching and love doing. So even like a Bruce Lee statue would be top notch and awesome.
Or Danielson, little Mr. Miyagi.
Right. Even Bruce Leroy. I don't know if you know who that one is, but
I don't know who Bruce Leroy
you don't know who? Okay, all right.
Is that a parody?
No. It was a 80s movie. The Last Dragon is what it's called.
Oh, maybe
The Last Dragon.
And I want to say his name is Leroy in the movie, but they referred to him as Bruce Leroy, and that's why that's why I went with that. So, I mean, Shonuff would be awesome in the VV-verse. Kiss My Shoes. Again, that's from that movie. And yes, Mega Man would be awesome as well in the VV-verse.
Yeah, like I could see like Mega Man being like a evolvable with all the the bosses you'd have to beat, or like the different Mega Man X suits that you could like portray. That'd be really cool. For me, guys, I want to see some Ghostbusters. Like I want to see Ghostbusters with the proton packs. Yeah, I want to see an animated Ray Stans or Peter Venkman, and I want to see the animation from the proton pack, right? We already have the traps and the ghosts and the car. Where's the people? Or the firehouse as a diorama? That'd be cool.
Yeah. That would be cool. The firehouse. Sorry.
No, that'd definitely cool. Ninja Turtles in the van and the Technodrome. I mean, all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see all of it here. Hey, it's just a matter of when, not if. Hopefully.
All right. Before I ask the most important question of the day, last question from me, and then I'll hand it to my wife. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtles? This is a very important one.
Mine is Michelangelo.
Ooh, D just got some brownie points there.
Hey, always relax, partying, I mean, and of course he's the last Ronin, so
Yep. True that.
Unbelievable. And what about you, Lexi?
Mine's the same. The same.
Really? Michelangelo.
I had all the figurines, but when it came to like the clothing and stuff like that, it was all Michelangelo.
Okay. He was the coolest, and who doesn't like pizza, right? So.
Yeah, I've always liked him. I think just because he's like so goofy and like, I mean, they all get into trouble, but he's like always like the goofy one, like more goofier one than the rest. And I just kind of like enjoyed his like jokes, even though sometimes they're just like kind of lame. But it was fun to watch.
Right. Everyone else was serious, and Michelangelo, like I said, he was the party one, man. He would relax. Chill out, guys. You ain't got to be serious all the time.
Let's just eat some pizza and enjoy.
Yeah, it's definitely a kid stream today, guys, so no worries on that. See, I'm a Donatello guy, but obviously I'm the big nerd, the man
tech
in the
guy,
band,
nice.
the tech guy. So yeah, like Donatello, and Corey Feldman played Donatello right in the first movie, so it's like I remember him from Goonies. But yeah, big fan of Donatello, and that's my turtle right there. Guys, before we answer the last important question, D, anything you want to ask our guests? We're at an hour and a half mark pretty soon, so we're gonna probably close it out in the next 15 to 20 minutes. But D, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask if like what can we like see in the future for you both, if you're doing like a Cosmic Disarray / Lexi duo thing. Is there something that we can like look forward to? I know you got your Instagram page, and you've got videos on there, and the AR stuff, the VVverse stuff, which is really cool. I'm glad you got your channel going. But is there like something exciting that we can look forward to between the two of you?
New mics.
Yes. Oh, and happy early birthday, Cosmic.
Thank you.
Or happy birthday, right? It's not till, is it Sunday?
Sunday. Yep.
Yay.
Sunday. Thank you.
Awesome.
Honestly, you'll probably just see us keep progressing and keep adding equipment as we go, so that we have more capabilities and more time. You never know, you might see us hosting spaces on X, just chit chatting.
I love that. And I'm all for it. We need all the content creators we can get out here to get the word on what we're doing in this space. So is there anything that we can do to help you guys or perpetuate you guys on your content? Please let us know. And then also, this is a revolving door around here. You both are always welcome to come up here or to promote something or to let us know if you need any help with anything. We're here for you guys, and we appreciate your guys' time. This has been an awesome conversation. I love the fact you guys have kids, because then like for us, whenever Buddy's on screen and you can hear him, I'm like, I hope everyone's okay with that. But you know what? This is Aloha Friday, and that's just how it flies here. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. My final question of the night is basically, and this is what we like to do, is we turn things around here and we let you guys ask us whatever you want. Now, I'm not going to give you my social security number, but maybe we can get past that. Go ahead. It usually stumps everybody at this point.
So do you guys see yourself building more in the VVverse, or are you going to stay more on like the Web3 side of it?
Okay, so for the VVverse, for me, it's kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out right now. In fact, we were asked this question the other day, what happened to enter the verse? I'm going to be very honest with the audience. We've been having a hard time getting guests on, and we've been having issues trying to find content to actually produce the show. The show is really mainly around the VVverse. So the answer to the question, Lexi, is yes, we want to do both. I'm a big believer in trying to incorporate everything, and somehow if I can incorporate the VV-verse with a Web3 project where we can be the cohesive connection between the two, then the answer is yes. I do want to do stuff in the VV-verse. We did build the TRU Tower. It does exist. We do have worlds in there that were built for purpose. There's also a world in there that was built for like our Discord members and stuff like that. It's just that the tech and the interface and the experience isn't there yet for what we want to do. But a lot of these other projects aren't there yet either. So it's like, and that's kind of what I said in the beginning. To me, the VV-verse, as well as like the Future-verse, as well as any other verses out there, I mean, anybody can say we got the better tech than others, but no one's really doing it consistently, as well as actually doing it to where people are in it 100%. Not even Decentraland has people in there 100%. And so I think right now we're in an arms race, and we'll see what happens. I hope that answers your question.
What pushed you guys to do a show?
Basically, everybody watching right here, as well as when we went to DCON. And Deacon kind of like half and half in this story, but we went to DCON in 2022. We met a whole bunch of people. In fact, I remember we met My Collectibles, VV Vibes, Superstar Money, VV Meister. Shout out to VV Meister because D's short. So VV Meister was always trying to help D out because he was taller, trying to get all the information for her. And we just met a bunch of cool people. We had such a great time. We didn't want to end the conversation. We decided to just do a podcast. We were called the Real Uncommon Podcast at one time. We got a bunch of our friends on. We enjoyed it so much that we started doing live streams. Now we're at 300 and somewhat odd live streams. I don't even know anymore. And we're here now. And that's kind of what inspired us. You guys.
Got to do a follow-up question?
Yeah, you can ask us as much as you want.
All right. When you first started out, how did you get over the nerves?
Oh man,
that's my biggest thing. You're like, are you guys gonna do a collab? Are you gonna be on more? And I don't know, like the nerves get ramped up. I don't know. I have 9 kids, and that battle's easy compared to jumping on the mic and talking to people. I apologize.
No. So I got a question to answer your question here. How are you feeling right now?
Relaxed but nervous still. I'm nerves jumped down to about a 6. They were about an 11 when we first jumped in here. I didn't,
glad it came down.
Well, I didn't know, if our story is somebody wants to hear, basically.
Yes, everybody wants to hear these stories because what we found out in this space, no matter what anyone does here, is people just really want to hear from real people. They don't want to hear from like, say, and I don't want to say the mainstream media, but like in that type of terms, right? Everybody is going to YouTube or Twitch or Kick or TikTok, and they want to see real people. They want to interact with real people. And so for the nerve part, yeah, it took a while. I'm not going to lie. I think for half a year we had nerves. Now, whether you guys saw the nerves or not, that's another story. And if you guys didn't see it, then we're doing our jobs very well up here. But it took some time. Like I said, D and I, we're not used to this type of world. 2-3 years ago, you would have never seen us doing these public speaking. I mean, I can do a Zoom call. I can talk to maybe like 500 people on a Zoom call. I don't care. That's a little bit different. But when you got people that you interact with in a different manner and you're trying to present something, you're trying not to look stupid or say something stupid or not have a booger on your face, right? Or walk to go get something, you have a hole in your pants. All that, pee breaks, that's happened here before, right? At the end of the day, when you go and do this stuff, you're just gonna keep doing it consistently. When you keep doing it consistently over and over and over again, you have people watching you, you have your audience that's actually cheering you on, you got supporters, the nerves slowly lift away. And then when the nerves slip away, trust me on this, this is when you guys are going to start steamrolling whatever you're going to do. Because when you're not nervous anymore and you're okay with just turning the camera on, this turns into a lot of fun. And I think what really got us steamrolling here is when we started doing live streams. We got addicted to it. We did one live stream. One live stream turned into 6 months of doing it almost every day. And we did it because we wanted to like get our hours up so we could get monetized. And I think I'm so proud. It took us like a year, I think 8 months to a year to get monetized. Shout out to Biggest Bro as well as Dave, because those two were like big pivotal movers for us to help us get mindshare here. But yeah, the nerves will always be there regardless. Like if it's somebody big that came on, I think if I were to get like a Todd McFarlane on here, I would be nervous as shit. But you know, when other people come on, like say David, I'm not really nervous. When Ben Rose came on, I think I was nervous for like maybe 5 seconds. Once you get into this kind of stuff and you start doing it for a while, the nerves turn into fun, and the fun turn into your own creation where you're proud of what you make. If that made any sense.
Thank you for the answer. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And to add to that, I think like any kind of nervousness that you feel, whether you've been doing a show or a space, or even a pre-recorded video, no matter how long you've been doing, whether it's like a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I think, at least in my opinion, even though you show like some kind of nervousness or just like being anxious, I think that's completely normal because, you know, we're only human. Whether you're an expert, I'm sure people who are experts in this field in like other things do still get nervous from time to time. And that's okay because, you know, you're only human. What really helped me out being someone that never liked being in front of, you know, presentation in front of the class or just like talking to people, like, and showing my face to the world. I found that, you know, you're just be yourself. Whether you're quirky or you feel like you're nerdy or a geek or just weird, you know, that's what makes you unique. And when you're just yourself, I think that's like what a lot of people tend to gravitate to because you're just being real. You know, you're not putting on, I mean, you may put on like extra stuff, you know, because you're putting on a show, but if you just stay true to yourself and just not change for anyone, you know, don't worry about what other people think because you're the one that's up here. I mean, if people don't like watching you or listening to you, then they
change
have
the channel.
Yeah, change the channel, or, you know, go out and put your own thing out there. You know, it's people have a choice whether to watch it or not. And so for me, I think I'm going to come on here, talk to people, because that's what I really love to do is talk to people, get to know them a little bit more, and just be myself. And if they don't like me for myself, then that's their loss. So I always say that it's their loss if they don't give you a chance and get to know you. So yeah, just be yourself.
I want to add one more thing before that. What I really love what Dee said right there. Like, really, when you're up here, be yourself. Be the genuine person, the genuine article you can be. And if you can, try to always keep it fresh. Try to keep it, you know, lively, because once you do this, there's a Kinko's on every corner. I'm just gonna say it like that. You know, there's a Kinko's on every corner. So you always want to make sure that whatever you're doing up here, you're unique to yourself, and you're always true to yourself. Like when people see you, they can trust you. If someone DMs you, they know that you're not DMing some BSer. And I'm not trying to say any of that to any other people. I'm just saying for myself in general. You want to make sure that when you're up here that you're trusting, and you don't want to ever lose your audience's trust. And so we always appreciate our audience. We appreciate you guys for coming up, anybody for coming up and talking with us, because this is what we love to do, you guys. We are a bunch of Portuguese here. And I say that because in Hawaii, Portuguese people talk way too much. If you guys met me in real life, you'd run away from me because I would yap your brains off way too much. Okay. So, and it's fun. And that's what we like to do here. And so thank you for giving us your time and experiencing with us.
Yeah, hope that answered your question. Sorry, you kind of went on a very
long-winded,
long explanation.
No, you're good. It's because I'm the opposite of him. I mean, I'm quiet at first. That's why at first I said I was in the backgrounds, but it's just more me filling out, you know, everyone and feeling out how they are with everyone. And I felt more welcome and more welcomed to where I started coming up on X. And now it's almost a morning routine where I'm on past the Dutchie, and I get on with Amelie on a lot of the things that we share common interests in. And it takes me a moment. I have to basically read the room, and then I'm like you, Hernando. I love to talk. I'm very social. I get yelled at for, as he calls it, clucking all the time, all the time.
No, love to hear that.
Yeah, we love to hear that too. Like this, and that's the big thing here in Hawaii is we love to talk story. This is a real thing that you're experiencing with us right now, you guys. In Hawaii, every Friday, it is Aloha Friday. It is an event that everyone here in the state celebrates. When you're done work, you pretty much go and hang out with your friends, go and relax, go and do whatever's your happy place on Aloha Friday and celebrate the end of the weekend. Even if you work on a Saturday, celebrate the end of the weekend every Friday, and you're going to be in a better place. And this state literally hones on this day every day. This is why we brought this to this space. And the one thing that Dee and I always try to do is bring the Aloha spirit in this space. And if you guys don't know what the Aloha spirit is, it's basically what people try to emanate themselves when they're here. You know, not necessarily be a better person, but like, you know, try to be the better self that you can be. And that's what the Aloha Spirit's all about, to me anyway. And we try to perpetuate and bring that to the space to try to bring some kindness and some chill to this space. Anything you want to add, Dee?
No, you pretty much said it. And yeah, that's just how the show is. And so, yeah, we appreciate everyone that shows up, whether it's one person or however many people. We always appreciate everyone that comes and listens to us, and especially when we have guests on, tune in, you know, to hear other people's stories, because it's always interesting to hear how people got started in their journey.
And an FF fun fact, you guys, Aloha Friday is really the framework of how our podcast first started. This show is kind of like the last resemblance of the Real Uncommon podcast. And that's why because we have like an assortment of shows already, but this show is one of my favorites because this is what I really love to do the most, is to talk with people in this space, interact with them, find out your guys' stories, find out what makes you guys tick, and find out why you guys are here. And so I'm glad that we got to experience this with you guys. Thank you so much for coming by. Kind of closing thoughts, if you guys kind of give us your final thoughts, let us know if there's anything happening with you guys. We're going to start with you, Lexi.
Oh, it was an honor to be up here. I enjoyed the conversations greatly. That's actually one of my favorite things about BB, is I can say that I get to learn cultural things from all over the world now. I talk with people on a regular all over the world, and now I know what the meaning behind Aloha Friday is. And fun thing about that is every summer, weather permitting, I will say, every weekend I do a bonfire with the kids. It's a tradition. I mean, we even do it into the school year, but again, that's more weather permitting. But it is a weekly thing, and we used to also make effort to try to go once a week on trails. We have trails all over the city where we're at, and you can park in like parks and just walk across the city in scenic trails and down by rivers, and the kids really enjoy doing stuff like that. So bringing a community together all around the world and hear traditions that they're doing, and it's amazing to be connected in that manner.
I love that.
Love that. I love, hearing that you guys do like traditional things together just to keep the tradition alive. And when the kids get older and they have their own kids, you know, they may end up doing something similar to what they used to do as a young kid with you guys.
Traditions.
Traditions. So that's kind of something that we've tried to do with our kids as well. Well, at least our older daughter, and then this little dude, when he gets of age and he can remember stuff. But yeah, it's been an honor having you both on. So thank you both for your time and coming up to share more about your family, about your journey, about your creativeness. And just looking forward to what we can see in what you guys put out later, whether it's another build, more games, more stuff on your channels, or just seeing you guys on the timeline. I love seeing that. So thank you both for coming on. Stop it.
Yeah, and I know we gave Cosmic some homework, but before we let Cosmic go, final words, my friend.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you having me and my family up, and I appreciate everybody in the audience for listening. Thanks for everything you guys do. I mean, like you said, you're at 300 right now, so I mean, I'm only at one with you guys right now, so I'd imagine how the other 300, congrats.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys for, like I said, inviting me and my girl. I'm not really talkative type. She's more of the talkative type, so that's why I was asking you those questions. Maybe get out my shell even a little bit more than what I already am.
Well, I couldn't tell that you weren't a talkative person because you were very talkative on the podcast today. So I couldn't tell, man. And I think one will turn into 100 to 1,000 very soon, guys. That's how quick this happens. Number 1 will turn into number 5, which turns into number 100. And then when you get there, you're going to be like, whoa, this is a fun journey. So I can't wait to see where you guys go. Guys, we are going to run this giveaway. If you guys have forgotten, I'm going to remind you, we do have a Vivi supported giveaway. Shout out to Vivi for the giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win a giveaway, type in hashtag cheers to the weekend in the chats down below. Now, our guests, you don't have to do any of that. Hang back and we'll tell you exactly what's going to be sent to you when we're done. So, Dee, close out the show.
Yeah, just want to say, as always, thank you to everyone that's been watching, listening, or the people who missed it and will watch on the replay. Always appreciate everyone's support and just, being with us on the journeys with ourselves as well as our guests. So appreciate everyone and their support. Cosmic and Lexi, as always, thank you both so much for coming on. If you could only see him, he just stood up and clapped. That's like his thing now. So he literally just stood up and clapped. So it looks like he enjoyed the show too. But I appreciate both of you, and I hope you have a wonderful birthday, Cosmic, and you have a wonderful weekend with the family as well.
All right. And guys, good luck for the giveaway. Let's see who's going to win.
Good luck.
I have a funny feeling I know who's going to win, but I could be wrong. Let me be
see.
wrong, guys. Viviverse. Let's go.
Nice, let's go.
Big congratulations. Those hands are for you, my friend. Reach out to, I believe, is it Flexi? I don't know who it is. Is it either Flexi on my way or my collectibles? But Dee will help facilitate with you on that. Just reach out with her in the back channels and we'll make sure that your name gets sent to Vivi for the giveaway. And guys, that's been the show. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us. Thank you to Cosmic and Lexi for giving us their time, spending Aloha Friday with us and kind of sharing some stories today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you're watching live or on the replay, guys, thank you so much. We will catch you guys next week, because next week, you guys, we have some action-packed shows. We're definitely coming back for the Severed Floor for the Peacemaker review, as well as, I believe, Absolute Virtual Radio returns next week, Friday. So stay tuned to the schedule, guys, which comes out Monday, and we'll catch you guys next week. Oh.
Yep. Oh.
I think we might have a special live stream tomorrow morning, too.
Oh, yes. I believe so. So stay tuned for that post. I believe so.
Yeah, I don't want to give anything away, but there may be a drop show popping in tomorrow. We'll have to see. Also, happy Batman Day, guys. Take care and aloha. We'll see you later. Bye.
Whoa, the future of content. Let's go. Let's go now. Whoa. And here we